Hello, welcome. I think it's starting. Let's see. That might be a better view for people. Of course, that just started, so nobody's here. All right. So essentially, I have these video contests or these painting contests where I have everybody submit photos or just whatever they want me to paint. And the one that gets the most likes, I paint. This winner was Rachel. She submitted a drawing that she had done, so it's one of her original drawings. And so that's what I'm going to paint here for you today. Can you hand me those plates? And I'm going to need a trash can. I'm betting so much today. So somebody help me out there. Maybe that's a better view.
I don't need it so far out.
I need a cameraman. Are you a cameraman?
Yes.
All right. All right. So her drawing, as you can see up here, maybe I don't know how clear that is for everybody. But this drawing up here is black and white, and so I've got to convert that into color somehow. And so what I'm going to do now is take some, and I'm going to use acrylic for this. I'm going to take some brilliant yellow. I'm going to mix that with some titanium white and get a very soft yellow color. And I'm going to do something I never do, which is start at the bottom of my paintings and work up. But, you know, whatever, it'll work. Always does. All right.
What do you want? Did you ask for something?
A trash can would be very handy. And basically what I'm going to do is for the background, and I've already kind of sketched out a little bit on the canvas. So there's that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from a yellow to a blue, a little bit of green in the middle. And I'm hoping this will kind of give the idea of that the painting is taking someplace in an aquatic type environment, a warm aquatic environment. And in addition to that, it will kind of provide I think, a stunning backdrop for the colors we're going to use in the painting, which are going to be pretty much purple, red, and green. The green, okay, I have to make sure I offset that a little bit so it doesn't blend in too much. So that looks nice. So I'm really liking the way that color's going on, and nice it is. Very smooth color. And so when I'm painting, most of what I'm doing when I'm painting at this stage is going to be covered up anyway, so it's not vital that I get everything right. But I like to, once I start making mistakes, well, I shouldn't say mistakes. It's
Happy little accident?
once I start having accidents, if you have too many, it can really upset your vibe, and then you'll have a hard time. And you'll just have a hard time finishing because it just won't hit. Like I have a painting that I need to finish up over the mantle that the vibe's off on it, and so my temptation is just to kill it and start from scratch. But I'm restraining that urge, and I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to take that yellow and white mixture that I had, and I'm just going to add a touch of phthalo blue. All right, and that's going to give us a nice sort of aquatic green color, and you'll see. And then I'm just going to blend that into what I've already done, and that's going to be the middle range of color for what we have, right? And so you end up with almost like a mint green maybe or something. But it will blend in with the colors we have in a very nice way. something like that. And then over here, start about here, around through the arm, over.
Quiescent.
What?
Quiescent. It's a new word for me.
It's a new word for me too. What does it mean?
Like a time of like not doing anything.
Okay.
In a state or period of inactivity or dormancy. Officially, that's what quiescent is. 51 of the voters prefer classical and 51 for jazz, and 49% of the Bean voters prefer classical.
It just goes to tell you, Bing voters don't have any taste.
Yeah.
Jazz is awful.
I like it.
It's just an attack of the senses, is what it is.
Swing music.
Ooh, swings.
The saxophone, the clarinet.
Now, I like swing. That's a little different. But you'll never convince me that swing and jazz are the same thing.
Aren't they from the same era though? Oh, I guess that doesn't make a good
I think swing probably, in all honesty, could be described as jazz from a certain time period. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the definition, but I'm no musical expert. I just like to tell you people that don't like jazz. Because I get one or two reactions. I know, right? Or, what's wrong with you? And so I'd rather enjoy the reaction on that one. All right. So, these streaks in through here, right? And we end up with a almost water-like background. And I could take and muddy this up a little bit or whatever, hyper blend it. But I really think that the viewing distance on paintings is like 3 or 4 feet away. So that's probably. All right. I did get a haircut.
Ooh, yeah, questions, comments, and concerns.
Yeah, Linda cut my hair the other day, Liz. So yeah, it's looking
You'll
good.
have to see it when his hat's not on.
In all fairness, the hat's on because if it's not on, then I see my bald spot on the computer, and that's all I can think about is, oh my goodness, look at all that baldness.
I'm blind.
So I'm gonna get hair plugs like Joe Biden, just like Joe Biden. Not the new modern ones that look nice, but the awful ones that Joe Biden has. I'm kidding. I think he recently got better hair plugs, so I can't say that. But back in the day, back in the early 2000s, maybe in the 90s, late 90s, he had some really awful hair plugs, and it was obvious. So that was fun.
I'm pretty sure everybody in the house got a haircut recently, except for Mom.
But I'm bald. I get to make bald jokes. That's my rule.
It's like being.
Yeah, I'm the only one that didn't have anybody cut my hair.
To be fair, you're the only one that knows how to cut hair. The rest of us are just like, eh.
That's not entirely true.
You know how to cut hair.
Yes. I just don't cut your mom's hair.
Anymore.
Oh.
After the incident.
Believe it or not, she can get a little.
What?
A little hot.
Well, let's just say that she was less than pleased with the performance, and I told her that it wasn't a good day, and I wasn't in the mood, in the mode. I have to be in a certain mode to do it. Kind of like I have to be in a certain mode to paint, or it turns out like crap. Like this, to me, I'm super happy with. And I blended it a bit more, just because. Mainly because I don't want the background to be the focus, and it was too good. So we took care of that.
Yay!
So, next I'm going to paint the iris of the eye, I think. I have some ideas for that, so we're going to try it and see what happens.
Yay! Art isn't about why, it's about why not.
So let's go ahead and
It's like the rule of improv.
now, since I'm using acrylic is a see-through paint, right? So you're seeing right through. It's a transparent paint unless it has white in it, right? And so I didn't put any white in this because I don't want the white. So I don't mind the transparency because the stuff you're seeing through it, in this case, I think it's going to give it some character because irises are not monochromatic, I guess you could say. And then towards the edges where this background is showing through, I think I'm going to drop in some deep red mixed with this. And so the eye is going to have a very odd appearance. And of course, the way Rachel drew it, the whites of the eyes are actually black. So we have that going for us. So I've got that. I kind of like the way that looks. It's marginally circular, right? I mean, that's all you're looking for. Yeah, I'm coughing. It's COVID. Stay away from me. I'm dangerous.
It's not COVID.
Whatever, you're lying.
I'm lying. I have bronchitis, and that's probably evolved into some sort of asthma or something. I don't know. I've been sick since February with coughing. No fevers or anything, but this has been a long-term struggle.
I think I might have been a freshman or a sophomore when I drew this. I can't remember.
Yeah, your art's considerably different now.
Yeah.
You've worked on your perspective and body shapes, and yeah, this is still pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really proud of this. I'm not saying that I'm not proud of it. It's just I'm noticing little things like the legs.
Well, you got the hips right, and the problem is you made the shoulders a little too broad, and when you do that, so it's a golden ratio. If the hips are wider than the shoulders, it's female. If the shoulders are wider than the hips, it's male.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, the shoulders look wider than the hips, and so it looks like a man. Which then gets a little confusing when you get to his décolletage.
Just
Okay.
came up to say hi.
Yep. All right. So as a general rule, you don't use black in a painting, but we're going to break that rule, and we're just going to have fun with it. Oh, I haven't opened my black in a long time.
Probably because of the rule of you don't use black in painting.
Black is almost unrecoverable.
So if you make a happy little accident with it, you have to stick with it?
It's almost unrecoverable. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You've got this, Dad. I believe in you.
Okay, so let's see.
I wonder how many icons I can fit into one sentence. Hey, Tess, don't do that. Yeah, don't close the couch.
I don't talk much when I'm concentrating, so this is what it looks like when I'm concentrating, people. If you ever wondered. It's kind of weird because I can carry on a conversation and do something else, and but whenever I'm doing art, I can't. Split my focus is easy.
It's because you're using two sides of your brain at the same time.
I think so. I think I'm drawing on skill. I don't think I'm a talented artist. I think I'm a skilled artist. I think the only reason that anything looks good when I do it is because I've practiced a lot. Even though my early paintings were nice, I think that's just dumb luck.
I don't think there's a lot of. Are you? Okay. Well, Maple's learned to bite the top bars of the cage.
No, something like that. Let me grab a little tiny here. A little water on that.
Small.
Let's see if I can't touch up some of that.
Somebody's being noisy. It's not John.
No.
No, the bears are really anxious to get out, but if we let them out now, they're gonna cause
Falling all
chaos.
over the paint, all over the floor.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
pop. Ooh. Okay.
It's just one. It's just Maple.
Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to dry, all of this other stuff has dried. And so what I'm going to need to do is create a nice red color. Oops. I had to jostle the camera there a bit.
Do you need to set something down? Hold it?
I do. That is too dark. We'll lighten it. A bit more of the brilliant red. Because this girl's garment is red, as I understand.
Yep.
So we're trying to create an opaque, dark reddish. Yeah, this is a nice burgundy.
Yeah, the reason I did it in black and white was because back then I really wasn't skilled enough to do in color. And I'm still not skilled enough to do in color because I haven't mastered black and white yet. But because I need to do the little sphere thing more often. Where you draw a sphere and then shade it and then shade the shadow of the sphere. Helps with perspective.
So I'm going to switch to a filbert for this. All right. Let's go ahead and bring our shoulders down.
Maple, it's okay, calm down. Talk more.
Oh, my boring people. I'm very boring. I'm a boring person. I don't have anything interesting to say.
What I said, people just like to hear stuff.
Okay, so shuttle launch went off today. Did anybody watch that? I guess it's not a shuttle. Can't call it a shuttle. The rocket launch happened today. Anybody watch that?
Yeah, isn't it like the Elon Musk thing? Not Rocket X, something X.
Yeah, SpaceX is the name of that company.
Yeah. My physics teacher texted me about it on the remind because it really is a historic event. I never really got the curse. May you live in interesting. Oh wow, this chair is not. Okay, I'm not sitting in that chair.
May you live in interesting times.
Yeah, may you live in interesting times. I didn't realize why that would be an insult or a curse or anything until I started living in interesting times.
Are you talking about COVID?
I am.
Not graduating like everybody else and missing out on your prom and all that jazz.
I'm okay with not graduating like everybody else. I don't have to walk across the stage and humiliate myself that way. I'm just upset that I don't get to go to prom.
Well, you didn't want to go last year.
Yeah.
Sometimes you only get one chance at things. It's a good lesson.
I remember the motivation last year was because I went to fall ball instead, and I figured that I didn't want to spend that much money.
Yeah. Okay, so we're still working on this dress. We're painting it red. Making the hips just a little touch wider there. And a little bit wider on this side. And that will give me the space I need to make her waist a little wider.
It's like that one artist said, the hips don't lie.
Okay.
I don't know, I was thinking something along the lines of that's the way you can tell the difference between a female and a male, but I didn't actually talk about that part.
Yeah, sort of.
It's not just the hips though, hips are just a big part of it.
Well, we got color on canvas. Alright. We got some artifacts in the eyes. Like this, like that. There. Now we're going to try the impossible. So I'm going to be mixing some colors, trying to get to a flesh color. And this is what I like to call impossible. So,
Because
wish me luck.
flesh is really hard to mimic.
Well, you either have trouble painting people or you have trouble painting things. I have trouble painting people. And the reason why is people are different in my mind than things, right? Something like that. And so I don't see the color in people's skin the same way I would see the color in, say a car. And some of that is the way we term things. Like we talk about white people. Well, people aren't really white at all. I mean,
You've got albinos, but that's different.
but even then, they're not white. They're not even close to yellow. They're a very, very light brown reddish color. So yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, the best way you can describe some flesh tone to me is it's an orange.
Sorry, I started thinking about Donald Trump for a second.
Yep. And that's why whenever people use the self tanners and it goes awry, they're orange, I think, because it's kind of a problem. Okay.
It's like the base.
So what I want is here is just a hint of a thigh peeking out in the background. Right through there. Right. And then eventually. I'll try and make that darker.
Well, thank you, Liz. I really wish I could have gone to. I mean, it's not that bad for me at least, because, I'm just sad I didn't get to go. I wasn't super looking forward to it. Like, I wasn't hinging all of my plans on senior prom. So when it didn't happen, it wasn't as bad. It just, yeah. Although, thank you, Liz. You're so nice. I don't know why I'm calling you Liz. You're Nana.
Okay, got a little bit of red in there. I don't know what I'm going to do with that.
Me.
Feet are longer than that, John. As a matter of fact,
Because, we'll be copyrighted.
yeah. Can't have good things.
Sorry, I thought I saw a comment. I did not.
Wow.
What?
It looks interesting.
Oh,
You're gonna just paint a head over the background after it dries?
yeah.
That's kind of how he has to do it because he can't.
You've been on for 31 minutes and already got all that done. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, actually, that is really.
Sorry, guys. Okay. So, it's okay then.
I've only been painting for 30 minutes.
That's what it says. 31 minutes is what it said a while ago.
Wow.
Impressive. It is a littler canvas, so that helps.
Yeah, maybe I just need to paint smaller paintings.
And I'm not slowing you down.
Well, yeah.
Because I'm like, wait.
Well, and I feel like this is a studio, and I have the room and the space, and I can just do.
They don't look at my messy house. Just get ready to get back to you, but it'll be too late.
Linda.
Well, I mean, they can see this. Okay. Oof. Ow.
That just looks like a big, lidless eye, wreathed in. Oh no. It looks like a human with a eye for a head. That's not a solid.
It's like half of a beholder.
All right, let's paint some throat stuff going on here.
I can't see your legs from the screen,
Uh-huh.
but maybe they show up.
They don't.
Good. I don't.
Might need to be like a peach or something. I don't know. I just wait. Because by the time that you do your low lights and your whatever, don't listen to me. I'm just talking to fill the airtime.
Hi, Rachel.
Sorry, I was wondering what was happening on your side of things.
Nothing.
Lots of things are happening on your side of things.
Nothing's happening over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this a stand? It's a weird stand. We gotta add one more penny to the stamp.
That was too funny. Man's funny even as a senior citizen.
Wait, are you calling yourself a senior citizen or are you calling Seinfeld a senior citizen?
Seinfeld's a senior citizen for sure.
For a second I thought you were calling yourself a senior citizen. It just didn't make sense to me.
You're always looking the wrong time, Rachel.
Look. I don't. Is there ever really a right time to look at things?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Is there ever a wrong time to look at? Well, yeah, never mind.
Hey, Linda, why don't you get up and take a look at these legs?
Whee!
Ooh, I've got 2 viewers. I wonder who the other viewer is.
It's.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. I was getting all excited.
Anna came in and out for a minute. Thought that was nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nana says highlight her legs, which I think you've done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was. Recapping the comments. Can we take a look at these beautiful legs? Oh, no, Tess? No. Nope. We're not doing that, no. Do not mess with Dad's power cord. You're gonna get yourself hurt.
Something like that. Something me. All right.
Nope. Sorry. This was being weird.
I don't know if you can tell on that. Did that make a difference, Rachel?
The highlights in the dress?
The legs.
The highlights in the legs made a difference, and so did the dress highlights. Yeah, because the legs have more form now.
You can actually see that they're legs and touch.
That's what our house sounds like a lot.
Just silence.
Nobody like it.
I don't know why, but Tess sounds like a motorcycle. It just doesn't stop. It's like once you get him started, he doesn't stop.
All right.
Yeah, you can see your legs now. By the way.
No, wait, that's the wrong song, isn't it? Johnny, what's the intro to The Sound of Silence?
The intro to The Sound of Silence?
Yeah. No idea, dude.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come
Oh,
to
that
talk
song.
with you again.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that song.
The Sound of Silence. That's what the sound. Thank you, Dad. That's what The Sound of Silence is.
I thought you were talking about the show, dude.
The Sound of Silence is this idea that we're going to end up in a dystopian future where people aren't going to be able to say what they think out of fear.
Oh, you mean like this one? Sorry.
No.
Yeah,
This is the future where people aren't allowed to think what they say.
that's why I really like the people on the left side who are like, we're giving up the free speech argument to the right, and they're very surprised that it's happening. They don't like it, and so that's what's causing sort of a split in the left side of the political spectrum right now. All right, so let's get on the what?
Well, it's over here.
Okay. Put some of this over here.
Sorry, I got distracted by Tess.
Ended up with sort of a dark gray.
Oh, Tess, no. Tess, no. Nope. Quit making me so quiet. Ooh. Hello, darkness, my friend. I've come to talk with you again. And that's all I remember. I remember no.
Well, I think technically if she sings it, it's not a copyright strike.
Oh, shoot.
I hope I'm right on that, but
Well, there's no background, there's no accompanying music or anything. I sang like lyrics.
well, and then there's a 14-second rule. Like you can use 14 seconds of copyrighted material. And of course, there's the parody rule that says that if you're making a parody of it, then you can use the whole thing. Which is why Weird Al doesn't need permission from his people to make parodies. He's just a nice guy who asks for permission first.
Right.
Which is why it's really funny when people are like, he took my song and he didn't ask. Oh, he always asks.
He asked. He did ask. You just said no.
They said yes.
They said yeah.
Yeah. There is a shining example of somebody who said no. And he would talk about it all the time. He always wanted to do some Prince songs. And Prince always told him no. He never did any Prince songs. Okay, this is not working for me. I'll switch to this. So I'm putting in some shadows into the fabric of her dress, particularly at the bottom. so that we end up with a sense of texture is what I'm going for. Because right now, if you look at it, it's a billowy mess. And your mind will extrapolate that and say, oh yeah, that's clothing or whatever. But it won't do it easily, right? And if I can make your mind do it easily, then your eyes won't linger on it. And I don't really want you focused on her clothes, essentially. As nice as they are, the focal points are going to be the big eye behind her head and the glowing orb that she's going to hold in her hands. Which is going to get, where it's going to get really complex is that orb.
Because it's such a tiny thing.
Because it glows. Anything that glows casts light. Anything nearby reflects that light based on its composition. So, for instance, her skin should reflect the light of the globe easily. Okay?
Okay.
Her dress, not as much. Clothes don't reflect light as much as skin. You can think of it as a gloss factor. How glossy is it? I'm arbitrarily switching the side that her dress goes up.
Alright.
Beverly Clearly, creator of Mighty Girl, Ramona Quimbley, celebrates her 104th birthday.
I don't know what Mighty Girl is. Is that a brand of dog food?
Book.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
It was
You
funny in my
probably
head.
didn't read the Beverly Clearly books and all of that because it was like one of the ones that I read was about a girl who was in 6th grade and she was overweight and there was a whole chapter on how she was so happy that she lost some weight and could see her shoes, her red shoes.
I
And
don't
it was a
suppose.
girly book, so I'm sure that, and it's about like a grade school book. So
Now,
I'm
what
sure-
color is the orb?
You probably did not indulge.
I didn't really think about that. You can do whatever color you wish, I guess. If you're doing a sea thing, you might want to have it be a sea color. I just knew the orb was glowing. That's about as far as I got with that. With that thought process. Okay, so you have to scroll manually, so I've been missing so many comments. Yay!
I'm
Thank
glad
you,
you're
Nana.
enjoying it.
Sorry you've been missing your comments. I wasn't checking and updating like I should have been.
But you'll probably be glad you aren't here because it gets really boring when I paint. This is it. This is it. Okay, so that's a good base color. If I want this thing to glow, and I want it to be green, I need yellow. That's the highlight.
Would you like more yellow than that?
No, this is the yellow I want. This is the brilliant yellow.
Oh, two different yellows. Right. Whoops. It's really hard to see the difference in shades.
Not after a while. You get better at it. If you have more cones in your eyes, so you see color better than I do. You just have to train your brain to not omit that detail.
Yeah, don't females usually have more cones than males?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe if I learned the names, it'd be easier because it's easier to care about something if I know its name.
Just read an article about that in plants. Why you should name your house plants.
We're already doing that. There's Vera the aloe vera, Bam and Boo, but Bam has passed away, so it's just Boo left, the bamboo. Because there used to be 2 stalks, and now there's just 1. The second one's trying to grow, but I have to snip it off because it's trying to grow through the vase. I can't have that. Wasn't there another one? Was there another named plant, or do we just have 2?
What are you talking about? Vera,
Vera and Boo.
aloe vera.
Yeah, Vera the aloe vera plant and Bam and Boo the bamboo plant. Did we name anything else?
Aloha.
I don't think we named anything else. We have the chickpeas though. For the hens and chicks. Depends, I guess, on when you found out about them.
Okay, so just like me, she's got a big white head. A white head. I was thinking pimples.
She's a Pierce now, or I guess. That's just the curse of the Pierces. We have large heads. It's hilarious.
Is that my phone? Who's calling?
Wherever it is, whoever it is, it's coming from Mom.
Ooh, another cough. 54 minutes. In 54 minutes, you can kind of tell what I painted. All right. Except for that, there's no face. But we're good with that. We're good with that for now. All right, let me sit and think for a minute. All right. Let's go. Warm, light yellow, and I'm going to take and start putting in some color into here. And basically, these fingers are going to go up like that.
So I didn't notice how large the bamboo plant has gotten until I just now looked at it.
funny thing about plants. They grow so slow, you can't really tell. Oh.
What?
SpaceX already launched today.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I guess it was successful. I haven't heard anything new, any bad news, right? All right.
Ooh, NASA's holding a press conference at 6:30. Okay, well, I'm gonna go wash this off my foot.
Okay. Now I'm going to try something weird and different because I can. So, creepy eye is a little creepy, but not really creepy enough, and it doesn't look enough like an eye. So, I had an idea.
I'm not sure if that pun was intentional or not, but it was kind of funny. So SpaceX was launched somewhere in Florida?
Yeah. Cape Canaveral, right?
Ms. Nana was able to watch it from her front yard.
Oh, that is way cool.
No.
Are you saying I'm as entertaining as a circus, or?
I'm saying that
I'm
was
getting
some
bored.
killer music.
It's like the elevator music.
Oh, I got
And
you.
that was music that was, you know, something that was easy, and there's no words,
There is.
and no
There are
words.
words.
Not in my book. No words. None. The version with the words is getting muted.
Circus
We could
Afro,
always pop in the
Circus Afro.
Braveheart CD, right? So that we have background bagpipes, and then if we get sued, just be like, but Mel Gibson's an anti-Semite, and that's like a get out of jail free card.
Don't you get in trouble for playing that? If Mel Gibson is you don't know the funniest thing about bagpipes is that they're meant to be played every whole tops and everything. So it's not that bad when you actually listen to them like they're supposed to be played.
Well, I like bagpipes. That's why we got the Braveheart soundtrack.
Oh.
How many times did we buy that one?
3, 4 times.
Why?
Because we kept losing it. I don't know how you lose it. Like, where did it go? Like, I think,
I have an answer.
like, we
It's not
carried it
very
around and
fun.
listened to it. That's back when you had CDs in the car, CDs in the house, so. You got a roommate that
It's a
probably-
miracle.
Who knows?
Sorry, Dad accidentally a plate accidentally dropped onto the carpet, but none of the paint got onto the carpet, so we're good. Woo! One ring to rule them all.
Is that pretty good?
Yes, yes it is. Sorry, I wanted to make a Lord of the Rings reference, but I also didn't want to make you feel bad because it really does look good.
Well, I'm just being creative over here. So, well, it's your painting or whatever. I can't. Mind if you don't like it.
But I do like it. I just wanted to make a joke without making you feel bad.
That's fine. I'm not upset. Okay, so that's drying up. Let's go ahead and see if we can. Oh yeah, that's what I like.
Circus Afro, Circus Afro.
Okay, so I'm taking the gray undersleeves here, I'm putting red in where I had the gray. And yeah, I think that works. All right, now it's time for the official, unofficial stand up and look at it from a distance break. So this is probably going to cause some camera shaking. Or,
It
no,
will
you're
because
gonna
you
do
have to scoot your chair back.
Oh, God.
You know what you might have to do?
What?
Let's break this into 2 videos next time, like 2 30-minute videos or something.
You think?
Yeah, because
I think.
people get tired.
People get, yeah, you're not watching this video unless you want to
Put it
go
on
to sleep.
double speed or something.
Actually, that'd be pretty fun. I need to take a nap. I go and listen to your voice.
It does seem like this is turning into a magic card.
I'm alright with that.
Orb of Destruction or something like that. So.
Ooh.
Okay, so I've been at this an hour and 7 minutes. Looks super good. I just need to do the face, which is oddly the hardest part.
You
So,
have to dry.
huh? Yeah, that gray is still kind of shiny. So, yeah, I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back in just a minute. You guys can talk or whatever.
You're not going to pause ever.
I don't know how to pause it.
It's a live stream. How do you pause a live
I
stream?
don't know.
Oh, fudge.
Whee! Everything over here.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey, bro.
Welcome to the fun zone.
Thanks.
How does it feel to have somebody else do your art?
It feels really good,
Wait,
actually.
you've done already?
No.
Oh.
Because there's still the face. It does look good, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels really good. You know, because I don't know how to describe it. It feels like my art's appreciated, even, yeah. And I get to see it in a different style, which is always good, because then I can like,
Well, I could make it as abstract as you did it, but I'm really terrible at abstract. Speaking of which, we're about to get to a face. If I paint the face like that, it's going to look inhuman. But as you can see, I've already got the greenish glow being cast on things.
Mhm.
I'll have to paint the hands over the glow, which I can do right now. And then I'll have to put the greenish glow on some of her skin. And then probably that lead leg that's coming out in the front, you're gonna have a little bit of green sheen down the front of it. And then yeah, all right. I think I'm ready. I think I've figured out what I want to do next.
Nana agrees with you. She says faces are always hardest, John.
I don't have a problem with faces really. I've been drawing faces since I was 12. Secret to drawing women's faces is put as little lines in there as possible.
We have 3 viewers.
Oh, how about them apples?
Woo! Oh, and also Nana says it looks great.
Yeah.
Heart with face with hearts around it. I finally understand what fan art and fan fiction is all about. That sounds a little weird. Let me let me rephrase that. I always viewed like fan fiction, like just fan creations, usually as more like a continuation or a branch off of whatever it's for. So like Game of Thrones, for example, there's a ton of fan fiction for that. I always viewed it as like, what if this happened? What if just as a what if scenario that people really like to write. But it's also appreciation for the content, and I understood it, but I got it, but I didn't really understand it, you know. Ooh, and there I go again, talking until I literally run out of breath. I love smoking. And just juice in general, it's amazing. It's like you have this fruit, you make a liquid out of it, and suddenly that makes the fruit better. Although I have yet to try the thing where you take a bite out of an apple, just like a singular one, or maybe just a couple.
While smelling an onion?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I was back on that discussion again. My bad.
No, it's like you can drink apple juice out of an apple.
Yeah, but why?
Because why not?
Yeah, but
are you
why?
drinking apple juice out of an apple?
If you want to
technically
juice,
you're drinking apple juice out of an apple when you're eating an apple.
if you want a quick juice an apple, all you have to do is put it in the microwave for about 15 seconds.
Does that make the apple explode?
15 seconds doesn't. Did you hear that?
No
Right?
more than 15 seconds or else it will explode.
Yeah, basically all you're doing is causing the cells to pop, and then it's easier to juice. Because it's a plant, right? So its cells have walls.
Yeah, chloroplast. Chloroplast, right? No.
It's not a leaf.
I don't know why. Yeah, no, it's just a rigid cell wall. I wanted a special name for it, but there probably is. I just don't remember it.
Cytoplasm? That's what it's made of, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know that the cell wall, the cell membrane is used. So don't like that.
Okay.
So there's subtle little things that I'm doing here. Like watch this. By bringing this up a little bit. Okay. I just made the heel of her hand. Well, but what I think I'm going to do is a dirty trick.
There's a dirty trick?
There's always dirty tricks.
It's like poker.
Right, so if I make the
You make the glow cast over her fingers as well, which makes sense. But it also puts less attention on the details of the fingers. Clever.
it's got like crackling energy coming off of it. And so whenever you have crackling energy, the secret color for crackling energy
Is white?
is white.
Like lightning? Is it because of the light waves traveling faster?
I can show you in an experiment, but essentially what it is once light gets a certain level of brightness, it's really hard to make out what color the light is.
Ah.
I don't know. I may have just ruined it. Let's take a look. I don't know. I don't think so. All right, let's go ahead and do the rest of her face and see what happens.
Woo!
Except
Worst
your
case
eye.
scenario, you can make her.
Not really.
Worst case scenario, you can make her cloak hood cover most of her face.
It's too late for cheating. Let's just do it.
Woo! Just do it.
Okay, so the long story on this one is I had a contest a while back, and everybody submits a picture, and I paint it, the one that gets the most likes. Well, Rachel won, but also about that same time, I got fed up with social media and canceled my account. So I'm just getting caught up on old painting debt.
As you can imagine, I did bother him a little bit. Because gosh darn it, God's really good at painting, and I really like his paintings. I also really liked my art. Interesting thing, in the contest, I invited some of my friends so that they could, put like on my picture and vote for it. One of my friends decided to submit her own picture.
That's the rules.
It makes sense, and I don't blame her at all. I just thought it was really funny. Ooh, and we are back down to 2 viewers, but it's been like that for a while, so I think somebody just popped in to check on you.
Well, this is not real exciting material, let's be honest.
Oh, I've missed comments again. I don't even know what those are for. Sorry, Nana. We are reading your comments. What were we talking about like 7 minutes ago? 8 minutes ago now.
I think I was saying that this isn't very entertaining stuff, but she's kind of right. The writers recently of TV and movies have been so bad that this is better said by comparison.
It's yeah. It's sad because they used to be pretty good. Like there have been really interesting ideas, and they are ruined by like just a token storyline and a token character, and just
Really bad writing, but we have the right people in this, so it should be good. Well, no, writing matters. Story matters.
you can't count on one. You can't count on like one actor to save your entire movie. That's not how that works.
Unless it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, not even he can save an entire movie.
Needs warmth. That little bit of milk.
A lot of people were unhappy with the Game of Thrones ending.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is?
Well, they wanted Daenerys to win, first of all. She was their feminist icon and everything, but they refused to look at the fact that what she was doing, like the way she would react to certain situations, was just plain wrong.
Yeah, She was evil, and that was brought out a little bit better in the book. Like in the book, you see just over and over her abuse of power, and her first instinct is to abuse her power, and then she would have somebody there who would be like, "Ooh, I don't know, we should be doing that," and then she would listen to him, right? Well, the way they did the storyline, her advisors one by one are picked off through intrigue in her area or whatever. Her inability to forgive, various reasons, and then you ended up with what you ended up with.
Yeah.
So it didn't bother me a whole lot, but I kind of saw it coming. Of course, in the books, where he left off the books, she's apparently dead. So there's that too. So I didn't have this expectation. I think a lot of the readers were like, "Oh, she didn't die in that?" And I'm like, "Well, that doesn't mean anything." Because he said that once they got ahead of him, that it wasn't gonna square up with what it was gonna eventually be anyway. Let's see if I can. There.
Yeah, and that usually happens whenever you have a book series based off of that, or a movie based off. Sorry, a TV series based off of a book series. Apparently, there are 2 more books that he has yet to write.
I don't think he'll get them written.
Probably not.
He started writing back in the 80s, and he's only, 5 books in?
Mhm.
It takes him forever to write a book. He doesn't have enough in him to write 2 more. And every one, he talks about how much harder it was than the last. And you're just like, It should be getting easier, you'd think.
She's almost done.
Yes, Rachel, you're almost done.
No, the girl's
Prepare
almost
yourself.
done.
The Summoner.
Dad's almost done.
You like the way it's turning out, Linda? Okay, let's
Ooh,
see.
Mom sent you hearts. Yeah,
I knew you were almost done.
Oh, have you come to kill me finally?
You can't make jokes like that on Facebook Live.
I can't?
Probably not. It would be unwise.
Ah. Well, I would like to point out that I am joking. I am in no way...
About to inflict self-harm?
No, I am in no way about to inflict self-harm. I am in no way suicidal, and I am in no way hating
Injured.
myself or injured. I am in no way injured. This is all a joke. This is all not meant to be taken seriously.
So you're joking about mental illness?
Ah.
Nah, she's
I'm
joking
not
about
joking
pain.
about mental illness. I am joking about my state of mind. I'm just doing some classic Gen Z jokes. Mental illness
you
is mental
feel-
illness is serious. Please go get help if you need it. And that's my PSA because I can't take myself seriously.
So anyway.
We're compatible now.
It's very high.
It's a weird flex.
Either 3 or 6, depending on how you look at it, not 14.
Nana has sent an emoji with hearts for eyes. I'm assuming she means the painting, because whatever I just did was not.
I think it'd be funny that every time Rachel talked, we just stopped what we were doing and stared at her for a second, and then went back to what we were doing.
It's just like, oh, it's you again.
So anyway,
You're gonna have to do that a lot. I talk a lot. Like a lot. You think this will make me uncomfortable, but to me, you're paying attention. You have to pay attention to what I say. I could literally just be reading the phone book and you have to stare at me while doing it, so you're paying attention to me. This was a mistake on your part, sir. This joke is only
Why
going
won't
to
you shut up?
This joke is only going to be just suffering for you. You will never go back to what you were doing.
Dad will never finish the painting.
Oh no, that's not paying it. Well, you mean he is paying attention? Attention? Oh wow, I can't even say it.
Attention, yes.
Well, I said attention, but with a D, and then
Detention?
no, attention.
Attendant?
Was super. I can't. Things tend to slur in my mouth sometimes.
Hey now, you can't say that on Facebook Live.
They tend to slur like a musical slur where you play.
People don't know what that is.
Well, I'm about to explain it. If you'll let me explain it, it's whenever you play two notes within like in the same bowing.
Yeah.
Dude. It's like you play
Do it and do it.
Or if you're playing a wind instrument, you switch notes without tonguing it.
Yes.
What's your dead inside here?
Oh, it's because oh wait, that one.
What did you do, Rachel?
Hang on, where's
Oh, that one?
Huh.
I have
that one?
questions.
I killed him.
Well, clearly not if they moved.
Oh, well, no, these two are.
There's two of them now.
There was. Not anymore. Somebody probably let him in by accident. I don't know why I looked at the cat when I said that. I should have been looking at you.
I'm not the one who lets things in. I'm the one who accidentally lets things out.
Like,
So Johnny is the answer to the question. Who let the dogs out?
Expects me to listen to you again.
It's like the new Rick rolling.
Please, don't put that idea on the internet.
Oh, don't worry. I just did. Although Mom's the only one watching right now. I think Nana had to go for a second. Oh, unless Mom's not watching anymore.
Mom's half watching.
Why aren't you watching?
Are you watching on the live
Why
stream?
aren't you watching?
I'm watching. I'm right behind him. I'm camera person.
And I'm right behind Rachel, which makes me watching.
I
It's
put.
been
I'm
on
watching
for an
Square.
hour and a half. So
She got bored.
Oh yeah,
I think-
yeah, it's Liz.
I think what I would do is either split it into two 30-minute videos or double speed it or something.
You can't split it into two
Oh.
30
really
minute.
fast.
You can't split it into two 30-minute videos anymore. It's an hour and 30 minutes long. That doesn't add up.
You could do a speed run or speed run the painting.
Okay, so let's look at these comments. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Nana. And then Johnny, you are such an instigator.
What does that mean?
Oh, it means you start the
It means
argument.
guts to be starting something, guts to be starting
Hey, man.
something.
You are a chaos monkey, basically.
This video would be boring without me, and you know it.
Exactly. That's why I need you to
That's the
instigate
point.
stuff.
No, this video would be boring without me.
Dang it.
It
You're
would
right.
just be a live stream of us talking. There would just be. It could just be a long stream of silence with nothing going on. Ooh, it is now an emoji with stars as its eyes.
Star eyes?
Starry eyes. I can't do a voice. I was gonna do a voice, but I can't.
I love it. You're so great. Is that
From Nana.
Was that good though?
I can't do it.
Kinda.
I can't do it without a face. It's got a mouth now. Deal with it.
Okay. I don't know why.
Because it looks super weird.
Want a nose with it?
Because it looks super weird without a mouth? Or because it looks super weird with a mouth?
It looks super weird without.
Don't worry. As long as it's not open in abject horror, we're alright.
I'm getting closer. Every seat.
Well,
Soon
you
I'll
can't
take
take
your seat.
you can't take my seat.
Watch me.
No.
Next time you get up, I'm taking your seat.
Ah, bold of you to assume I won't just take the chair with me.
To the bathroom?
Yes. Just.
I don't want to sit in a chair you peed in.
Okay, that's not that.
That's no.
Alright.
Too
Although
far for public broadcast.
Nana has do it with an imaginary face,
Imaginary face. I like that.
smiley face. Ah, she's sending you imaginary faces. Ah.
Father's Day is coming.
Oh yeah,
I
that's right.
completely
I need,
forgot.
I
I'll
need
just get him a duck.
Don't what? Are we continuing? I thought no. David's the one with the duck thing. You can't just give Dad a duck. That's David's theme.
I gave Mom a duck. Why can't I give Dad a duck?
You gave Mom a duck?
You missed that. Or forgot it.
Was it the straw one? You can't
You did
re-give.
not
Duck.
give me a duck.
You cannot
I
re.
wrapped up someone else's duck for me to look at.
You wrapped
That
up
one?
David's
No.
duck. You can't re-gift the gift that's not
I
yours.
told him.
Okay. Anyway, so I think that's good. I've got the face, I guess. It's really textureless, faceless horror, or facelessness.
Anyway,
Where it was
I was
going.
right. You can't re-gift the duck that's not even yours.
Yeah, that's a little better. Maybe eyes smaller.
I just did.
I can handle that.
That's
And with
not
that,
a duck. That's a couch.
we're gonna sign it, and it's gonna be another one for the bank.
Woo!
A
Yeah.
lot of red in there. Let's get a nice bright red signature at the bottom left.
Ooh, make it look spooky.
I'm gonna sign in lipstick.
I have some lipstick coincidentally.
No,
So that's no
why?
questions.
I already did. You can't stop the question. That's already been
Fine,
asked.
I'll answer that one question. Okay, so remember that one time when we were gonna like turn stuff in for the random draw at the school,
Oh yeah.
and then like it never happened in the first place. So
It never happened, and
I was
didn't get.
glad I forgot to turn it in.
I didn't get my stuff back. True, it was a candle Daddy was allergic to, and it was some sugar scrub I made, but still. This is Mom's. You gotta give it back to her.
Probably should.
Rachel, zoom in. How do I do this?
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to move the camera closer,
Oh, I just moved the camera closer?
or you could zoom in.
Wow. Wow, Johnny. Okay,
All right, let me figure it out real quick.
I am zooming in. I'm already zooming in, Johnny. You can't. No.
Is there a zoom button on there?
No, I'm just holding it. Very shakily, might I add. Bam. What are you? I can't see the camera. I just hope I got it. Okay.
Okay.
I will take a photo and post it in the comment section afterwards.
I would do a photo of her drawing and then yours.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you do it like this, you got them side by side. Oh, well, I did it I made it to where you can't see the painting at all.
Alright.
Like that, like that. Oh, fudge.
I'm gonna give you motion
Right.
sickness. Perfect.
That wasn't a cuss.
Mom's just
That
screaming when you're
was-
cursing.
That was Johnny moving the camera and me not cussing. It was
Well,
This is not a discussion right now.
okay. Johnny, you gotta see the emoticon Nana just sent.
yeah.
Ooh, it was an evil overlord cackle instead of a witch cackle. Nice.
This time. Next, you're gonna do the Windex laugh.
No. No, I'm not.
That's right. Don't laugh.
You're so mean.
Don't laugh, Rachel. Don't you do it.
Johnny, stop encouraging me to not laugh.
You're doing great. Continue not laughing.
Johnny, no! I did it. I laughed without doing the Windex laugh. What was that?
I tried to do the Windex laugh. I cannot.
You can't force the Windex laugh. You have to croak on your own.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
not.
Yeah. Alright.
That was painful, Johnny.
You're being embarrassed right now.
If I have
It's
any
not
obvious flaws that need to be corrected.
It's not embarrassed nearly. It is just kind of creeped out.
Your face is still red.
Okay, yeah.
That's not centered. You messed that up right off the bat.
Well, neither is the drawing, right? So it's good.
No, I guess it isn't. I hadn't noticed until you pointed it out.
Other than that, it's perfect. I like it. Okay, well, I guess that'll be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.
Woo!
Sorry for ruining it.